sustainable food system. Private school proprietors alert 2025 WAEC results worse since 2015. Plus, Nigeria among 13 countries to benefit as U.S. announces $93 million emergency food aid. Good evening. You're welcome to Rstv World News. I'm Fito Benson Ajayi. Do you love and care about River State and her peace? Let's build and take her to greater heights. This is a task we must accomplish. You can watch our news live on YouTube and Facebook at Rstv Online. You can subscribe and click on the notification bell for updates on our live feeds. River State Administrator Vice Admiral Ibok Etekwe-Bass has expressed the need for residents to take responsibility for safeguarding and effectively utilizing development projects provided by the government. Speaking shortly after inspecting some key state facilities, Vice Admiral Bass said such development projects and facilities are provided to improve the socio-economic well-being of the people. Tamno Barbie Ibulbo reports.
Vice Admiral Lebas inspected the Rivers Cassava Processing Company Limited located on the Afam Bayo and Link Road in Ojibo local government area and the Rumumoji Mile 1 Market in Port Harcourt local government area. At both facilities, he was received and guided by Mr. Tempo Chijoke, the General Manager of the Rivers Cassava Processing Company, and Mr. Boma Wakama, Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Housing at the market site. The administrator expressed concern that many government-funded facilities had either fallen into disrepair or remained underutilized despite the significant investment made to boost wealth creation, employment, and development across the state. He warned that rehabilitating such facilities will require new funding, potentially at the expense of other pressing development needs.
I'm happy you have also been there. I'm sure you were there when these facilities were completed, and just like many other projects in the state, government has committed so much resources to ensure that we have these facilities to help create wealth, to enhance development in the state, to create employment opportunities. But if there are issues that cause these facilities not to be running, I think we as a people must take ownership and ensure that we protect these facilities.
Vice Admiral Lebas called on stakeholders, including local leaders and beneficiaries, to collaborate with government in ensuring the sustainability of those initiatives for the collective benefit of River State.
We're going to have to look for monies again, to fix virtually all of these facilities that had already been completed. We will also deny other areas of need. So while we put together a report to see those ones that we can prioritize and give attention to immediately, I will also want to use the opportunity to appeal to our brothers and sisters to take ownership of what is for us.
Tamno Barabi Iblubo, Rstv News.
Meanwhile, River State Administrator Vice Admiral Ibok Etekwe-Bass has urged the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria (ICAN) to recommend accountable solutions for building a sustainable and resilient economic model for both River State and the country. Vice Admiral Ibas gave the charge when a delegation of ICAN led by the President Malam Haruna Mma Yahaya paid a courtesy visit to Government House in Port Harcourt.
ICAN members are in Port Harcourt for their 8th Southern Zonal Accountants Conference with the theme Eco Disruption and Sustainable Challenges in Nigeria, the Way Forward, for 4 days. Vice Admiral Abbas noted the formidable legacy the Institute has built over the years through trusted partnership in national development. Expressing confidence in their robust professional standards, continuous training and advocacy, he urged them to come up with a communique at the end of their conference that will contribute to addressing the environmental challenges in the region.
These are not just academic, urgent national conversations. River State, being rich in natural resources and equally exposed to the threats of environmental degradation, understands fully the stakes involved. We therefore welcome the contributions that this conference will offer towards building a sustainable and resilient economic model for
President of ICANN, Malam Aruna Mmayaya, said they considered Rivers State as strategic to the team they chose for their ongoing conference and promised that the communique will be beneficial to the state and the federal government. Tamun Mabarabi Iblubo, Rstv News.
President Rotary Club of Port Harcourt Express Russell Mporo Ngofa said the key objective of Rotary is service above self, with emphasis on service to the community. Rotarian Ngofa said this during a one-day maternal and child health project organized by the club in conjunction with the Rotaract Club of Port Harcourt Cosmopolitan Hybrid. Obiandu Madame reports that the event took place at the Child Health Center, Ogale, Eleme local government area.
The event, which featured a maternal health lecture titled Management of Prenatal Depression, delivered by a health practitioner, also had the donation of birthing packs to about 50 expectant mothers. Ngofa, who said this was his first project as Rotary president, promised that more positive interventions towards the community will soon be carried out by the Rotary Club of Port Harcourt Express. According to him, Rotary is open to partnerships and collaborations with governments and other well-meaning corporate organizations to positively impact various communities.
The privilege you have had today is rare for you to have from other persons, unlike Rotary. We want you to position yourself and understand this service Rotary is bringing to you.
We have lack of social support. We have unpleasant pregnancy, unplanned pregnancy, the one I've talked about. We have inmates, partner violence. Like then the husband always fighting, quarreling, and forcing.
Some beneficiaries of the program had this to say.
I talked to somebody, we should spread the news that check on our mental health is very important when we are giving birth and afterwards. I would say a very big thank you to Rotary Club because they've done an amazing job. This might be the first time for some people to actually benefit from a project like this, and it's a good one.
Obiandu Madume, Rstv News.
King Uzziah was honored and favored by God at his tender age, but with pride he ignored his creator and ended up in shame. In this special report, Gospel Anele underscores the importance of obedience and the danger of pride.
God created man and endowed him with several gifts to fulfill his purpose here on earth. To some, he gave the gift of preaching, others the gift of healing, and yet some became prophets, evangelists, warriors, administrators, while others became political and community leaders. These special gifts and opportunities sometimes lead to pride and pomposity if the chosen one isn't careful. The biblical Nebuchadnezzar, Lucifer, and Uzziah were blessed by God, but they all offended him through disobedience by arrogating to themselves the status of many gods, leading to their awful end. I sought for valuable insights into the rise and fall of the biblical king Uzziah from the Christian faithful at various worship centers within the Port Harcourt metropolis and its environs. They looked at the importance of obedience to God with reference to the lifestyle of King Uzziah.
As long as he sought God, the Bible says he flourished. God elevated him. He rose to the point whereby he became a celebrity. But when he saw that he has been helped, he abandoned God. Pride came in. And when pride came in, even the community that supported him now became against him because he was now acting contrary to the will of God.
It was the order of the priest to administer sacred things. But he being a king, out of pride and pomposity, he cross-carpeted and began to do the work of the priest. Despite persuasion, rebuke, and correction, he refused. He arrogantly stepped into the office of the priest and was struck with leprosy.
Other interviewees shared their concepts.
Pride has never been a good thing to anybody or a family entirely. And with somebody who is full of pride, he hardly meets success.
Just like students who go to university, the parents will advise them on what to do. Read your book, be humble, fear the Lord anywhere you find yourself. They go there, they start having bad friends, having smoking, behaving by entering courtesan. And at the end of the day, the repercussion is failure. Sometimes they take their parents to early grave because of their characters.
The ministers reminded leaders in contemporary times to consider the risk matters of being at the helm of affairs in whatever endeavors and the consequences of misbehavior and power intoxication, adding that the end is always unpalatable.
Our prayer is that in the journey of your life, you will end gloriously. You will end with the help of God. You will not end in shame. And if that is your portion, you must learn to hold on unto God. Depend on Him, trust Him, and always give glory to Him.
General Basia, prophet, politician, big man, chief, there's a limit you cannot cross. God's law is sacrosanct. He clawed the carpet and became a priest by force, political priest. And God said, don't do. God struck him with leprosy. He was kicked out. He lived in the program. He died without honor.
Christians should reflect on the lessons drawn from the story of King Uzziah by strictly adhering to obedience to God's principles in their public and private lives to enthrone all-round development and win souls for Jesus Christ. God's Power Anele, Rstv News.
Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Abubakar Kyari, has restated the federal government's commitments to achieving food security, diversifying the economy, and empowering youth and women through the agricultural value chain. Speaking during a week working visit to the 1,300 hectares Jaguar rice farm in Nasarawa State, Kyari said the administration of President Bola Tinubu remains focused on transforming Nigeria's agricultural sector to meet the nation's growing food demand. He noted that the government's agricultural policies aim to close the country's food supply gap, strengthen sustainable food systems, and foster inclusive agricultural development. This, he said, would require increased investment in food production from state governments and private sector partners. The National Association of Proprietors of Private School, NAPS, has described the extent of failure in the recently released 2025 West African Senior School Certificate Examination results. In an interview with newsmen, NAPS National President Dr. Yomi Otubela stated that there are lots of challenges facing the education of the country as it affects the students' writing their final year examination. Otubela urged all students to overcome these hardships, particularly economic challenges, and achieve commendable results, assuring them of the ministry's efforts in enforcing policies to confront these challenges. He added that teachers' capacity building has gone to a level that could assist teachers to play the mentoring role in the lives of the children. Do you love and care about River State and her peace? Let's build and bring her to greater heights. This is a task we must accomplish. You can watch Rstv News live on Facebook and YouTube at Rstv Online on our live feeds. Still ahead on the news, over 600 pilgrims hospitalized after chlorine gas leak in Iraq. And in sports, Super Eagle goalkeeper Adewale Adeyinka suspended over betting allegations. Details of this and others when we come back.
I need the police that can respond to emergencies first.
I want the equipment I need to do my job.
I want a police that won't harass or arrest me for no just reason.
I want to be valued for my work, not feared by honest people.
I want a police that won't ask me anything for the boys.
I want a decent salary that is paid on time.
If it happen with good laws,
proper funding,
training,
and cooperation.
If it happen.
If it happen.
If it happen.
This is Rstv World News. We bring you world-class news, accurate, first-hand, entertaining, balanced analysis. Rstv, Channel 22 Port Harcourt.
Glad to know you're still with us. This is Rstv World News. Federal government has intensified efforts to sustain peace in the nation's health sector through constructive engagement with the leadership of all health sector unions and associations. Coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare Mohammed Alifat in Abuja reaffirmed President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's commitment to the welfare of Nigerian health workers. He emphasized that timely implementation of agreements recently reached with health unions as crucial to maintaining the efficiency of a healthcare system that had underscored significant reforms over the past 2 years. He lauded the unions for their cooperation, describing the dialogue as a first of its kind, and expressed satisfaction with the progress made in discussions over the past week. The United States government has unveiled a $93 million emergency food assistance program targeting 13 countries, including 12 in Africa, to combat worsening hunger and malnutrition. The U.S. Department of State said the program will provide nearly 1 million children suffering from severe malnutrition with life-saving, ready-to-use therapeutic food. The package includes 1,209 metric tons of existing stock and funding to produce an additional 11,285 metric tons. Benefiting countries include Haiti, Mali, Niger, Ethiopia, Sudan, South Sudan, Nigeria, Madagascar, the Central African Republic, the Democratic Republic of Congo, Djibouti, Kenya, and Chad. Speaking at a press briefing, Principal Deputy Spokesperson for the U.S. State Department, Tommy Pigott, said that the initiative would also cover essential food commodities, targeted nutritional support, and emergency logistics. Iraqi authorities say more than 600 pilgrims were briefly hospitalized with respiratory problems after inhaling chlorine as a result of a leak at the water treatment station. Reports say that the incident took place overnight on a route between the two Shiite holy city of Najaf and Kabbalah, located in the center and south of Iraq, respectively. Iraq's health minister in a statement said 621 cases of asphyxia has been recorded following a chlorine gas leak in Kabbalah. Much of Iraq's infrastructure in despair due to decades of conflict and corruption, with adherence to safety standards often lax. And in sports, Nigerian Premier Football League has suspended Plateau United goalkeeper Adewale Adeyinka over alleged involvement in insider betting activities. According to NPFL Chief Operator Officer Davidson Owi, the decision to suspend Adeyinka became necessary after reports indicated he had refused to sign a contract with a prospective new club because it contains a clause allowing immediate termination in the event of betting-related offenses. The league said that the Adeyinka's registration may be reinstated if investigations clear him of any wrongdoing. Adeyinka joined the Jos-based club from Kwara United at the start of last season. Do you love and care about River State and her peace? Let's build and take her to greater heights. This is a task we all must accomplish. You can watch our news live on YouTube and Facebook at Rstv Online. You can subscribe and click on the notification bell for updates on our live feeds. To end the news, a recap of some of the major stories. River State Administrator Right Vice Admiral Ibokete has expressed the need for residents to take responsibility for safeguarding and effectively utilizing development projects provided by the government while inspecting some key state facilities at the Mile 1 market. Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Abubakar Kyari, has stated the federal government's commitment to achieving food security, diversifying the economy, and empowering youth and women through the agricultural value chain. President, National Association of Proprietors of Private School, Yomi Otubela, has described the extent of failure in the recently released 2025 West African Senior School Certificate Examination results, urging students to do better in the forthcoming years. We had reported that the United States government has unveiled a $93 million emergency food assistance program targeting 13 countries to combat worsening hunger, malnutrition, and emergency logistics. That's the news. I'm Fito Benson Ajayi. Thanks for being a part of it. Good night.